On this edition of IMCS MasterClass, welcome a public relations consultant with over 16 years leadership and experience from the NGO and private sector ecosystem in sustainable project management, regional public affairs, corporate communication, and business development. He has international experience in crisis coordination, training, and management. Our speaker for this masterclass is well versed in stakeholder mapping and management, media relations management, sustainability, and networking. He has worked across multiple countries on the continent, alumnus of IMCS Ghana and former IMCS African coordinator who holds a Master's of Business Administration in Marketing and Corporate Strategy from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Business School, and a Bachelor of Education in Social Sciences from the University of Cape Coast. He has a certificate in global education, human rights dimension, and he is an associate member of the Institute of Public Relations Ghana. Here's our speaker.
My name is Fenu. I'm from Ghana and a PR consultant. In our world today, we realize that the job market is so choked. We are rather looking into, or we look at people who look at jobs, seeking for jobs rather than creating jobs. Do we want to be job seekers, or do we want to be people who would create jobs for others? We also look at issues of how we have this old age of white collar jobs, and where currently we have to make sure we move from the idea of creating white collar jobs to a bit of dirtying or making our hands dirty. And this would also culminate into activities or topics that will help us understand what we need to do for our future. So practically I'll talk about what we need to do for our future. And let's look at what the future holds for us. Our focus should be rather on solving problems in our communities. And if you want to solve problems in our communities, there are two things that come to play. One, creativity, and two, innovation. We'll look at these topics. I'm not going to define what creativity is. I'm not going to define what innovation is. These are things that we can easily learn online, or we can easily learn from books. But I'm just going to give you practical examples and practical experiences of how people have created new ideas to solve community problems. What we need to do is that going forward, we need to blend our education, our formal education, or our education that we have going to school and having degrees and others. We need to blend it with creativity and innovation. And I'm going to give you a typical example. I buy coconuts on the street from one particular man. I realize that anytime I go, this gentleman will change his model. I was once wearing a white shirt. I bought coconuts, and in drinking the coconut poured on my shirt. And that was the end of my shirt, because it got stained, and that was the end. The coconut seller, seeing that, had to improvise or come up with a new idea that why don't I move to a new stage of finding a solution for people who buy coconuts and stain their shirts or dresses. So the next time I went, the coconut seller had a straw and also had other things that he could dish out the flesh of the coconut. So you have seen that the coconut seller tried and identified a problem or a need, and it was able to solve that need. These are as a result of creativity and innovation. So for us to be creative and for us to be innovative, there are things we need to do. And I'm just going to mention a few points. Other points we could learn from other series, but we have to be open to ideas. Probably that coconut seller, somebody suggested to him, and it's all because he was open to ideas. He was able to solve a problem. We need to be very curious. Doing that, we can do it in so many forms. We can do it through individual brainstorming or group brainstorming. That is where you put together, I prefer group brainstorming, but put together a team that will be able to help you come out of your cocoons. Yesterday I was in a conference, and we've always had this old adage that think outside the box. Now it's not only think outside the box, it says that put aside the box. So you have to come up with a team that will be able to put aside the box, think together, come up with ideas, brainstorm, have a lot of ideas. And remember, no idea is wrong. You have to develop those ideas. Again, I realize that when we want to be entrepreneurs, there are certain things we don't learn. We need to learn some skills. Very important skills. Today, some entrepreneurs are extinct, are no more, because they were not able to learn those skills. One of them is people management. The second one is communication. The third one is managerial skills. And we also have very important skills you need to learn, and that is risk taking. So all these are things that we as individuals or we as groups need to put in practice if we want to be creative and if we want to be innovative. COVID brought us a challenge, but it also brought us opportunities. People have really made money out of COVID. It's all because they took some chances and they took some opportunity from this challenge of COVID. It's a matter of creativity, it's a matter of innovation, and it's a matter of renovation. As students who are learning to be entrepreneurs, it is very important that we consider these three items: creativity, innovation, and renovation. I say renovation because as an entrepreneur, you have to continuously renovate your business. Whatever idea that comes, it wouldn't be static. So you'd have to make sure you renovate your ideas, change your ideas as circumstances change. Again, as people who are growing or developing your creativity and innovation skills, there are certain things you need to be aware of. One of them is your attitude. Your attitude as an entrepreneur. So from this, I think in our next series, I'll be able to give you some more points going deeper. And so I would like to end it here so that in our next series, we would get more details into how to be a good entrepreneur. Thank you.